Okay, man, what's up? I've just finished recording the video in French, so I'm sorry for that, for the fact that my words, my speech is probably going to be a little bit difficult, a little bit uneasy for me. I'm kind of struggling with my languages because it's hard for my brain to focus, to switch instantly from one language to another. But I'm kind of, I'm going to bear with it. I'm going to overcome that. Anyway, so what I'm doing right now, I'm recording myself. I'm recording me speaking to camera and practicing my English. I don't really give a damn about what people are going to think of me. My native language is Russian, and I've just recorded this kind of video in French, and then I'm recording it in English. And I also have a YouTube channel of this kind of sort in Spanish and even in Chinese. But okay, fair enough. In Chinese, I'm speaking like shit. I almost can't speak at all, barely speak. Um, all that I do right now, speaking of Chinese, I just like listen. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you imagine, bro? As I'm speaking to you in English, my brain, I can some kind of hear my voice in my head. My brain is talking in French, like literally like two voices in my head. Like probably I'm exaggerating. It doesn't work like that, but it's really like it's insane work for my brain right now. I'm making like huge effort to speak to you in like specific language and not to mix them in my brain. So that's it. And I've also realized that my spoken French it's not perfect at all. It's like pretty bad. It's really bad, I'd say. But and my English is significantly. It's much more better. Yeah, that's it. That's how I speak. That's how I make mistakes in English. That's my spoken English is much better than my French, but and but okay, that's not like doesn't matter. Whatever, bro. All I need is to record this video right now. That's all I need. That I'm gonna keep speaking and speaking, and probably I'm this all this will motivate you. All it will kind of like hype you up to learn more languages, to become like fluent in another language that is not your native language, because that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing in this channel, and recording these kinds of videos because they are really important for me. I really love and appreciate the work that I do. I know the value of that, even though for some people it may seem like some random ass pointless videos. For me, it's not pointless. For me, this main purpose of this channel is to record and post 1000 videos, just like in French, by the way. I've exactly, honestly, that it is the exact same thing that I do here. What I have done just previously to my French channel, and I've recorded one video in French. I was talking just what I was able of talking, and including like how my vocabulary and how I was able to express things using the vocabulary and my speaking skills that I have right now, this moment in my French. And now I speak English using my English skills, English speaking skills, but vocabulary, active vocabulary, of course, and also my kind of grammar and I would not say like grammar specifically, but rather just my ability to speak, because I've realized one interesting thing, that we don't really need much to know about grammar, because learning, I realized one interesting thing, that learning languages in general, it's more of like subconscious process, because all we gotta do is listen a lot and speak a lot. We gotta obviously we gotta uh, I forgot the word, bro. We gotta obligatory, something like that. We gotta forcefully speak. Uh, of course, if we have a lot of listening comprehension, we gotta, at first we gotta listen a lot, and read a lot, and then we gotta dedicate ourselves, commit to speaking, because this is really important. That's how we develop our speaking skills. That's it, brother. And also, you gotta stay committed to your self-improvement journey, because I'm sharing with you right now not something specific, but I'm rather just talking to you and expressing to you of who I am, expressing you. I'm sorry, like, bro, grammar is really, it's not my thing, actually, but I'm desperately trying, and I hope you can see that. My pronunciation in English is kind of like decent. Okay, fair enough. People said that I'm speaking English normally, all right. But my grammar, and the real interesting thing is to improve my speaking abilities in English. I do not need right now. I do not need to learn more words, certainly, and also, like, for words, okay, that's fair enough, because I already can understand 99% of YouTube videos, and that's kind of easy for me. But also, what was more interesting, that I don't need to learn grammar specifically, deliberately dedicate my time and effort to commit myself to, like, scrutinize myself over grammar rules, over grammar books, and all of that stuff. Literally all that I need right now is just like learn, listen more, but I'm not sure that I need to listen more, because I already have thousands and thousands of hours of listening in English. Of course, I listen I listen English material every now and then, because not to the purpose of learning English, but just like normally, because it's something interesting for me, just like in my native language. And I don't need much else, really. All I need is to listen, like a lot of listening, and a ton of speaking, just practicing. Of course, it would be much more cool for me to talk to a native speaker, like basically a guy like myself, maybe like just exactly the person like who I am. That would be great. Even with a non-native speaker, that's great. That's crazy practice. But also, if it would be, and now it would be a native speaker, that would be great. And yeah, I also thought about in French. I don't really even need a native speaker, but also rather I need a guy who is as serious as I am in learning languages, specifically French and English for this moment. Also, of course, I love other languages. In future I plan to learn Spanish. I'm going to be fluent in it just because I love it. And also I'm going to learn some Chinese for at least basic conversational level. That's what I want. Probably like German, but not really. But certainly not for now, not for the future, like 2-3 years. That's not the case. And Japanese, I already have some experience in that, in comprehension, of course. But that is also, I'm going to freeze it down. Do we say that, like, freeze down something like phrasal verb, or I would just rather say like just freeze freeze it up probably. Whatever, bro. Don't judge me too seriously, but I don't care anyway. I just gotta practice more. And the cool thing that if I had a guy who is going to be like as much as I am dedicated to self-improvement and language learning, even though he is a non-native speaker of any of languages I'm learning. Let's imagine just he's like another Russian guy. That would be great for me to speak to him like in French and then in English and practice together, talking to each other, record videos together. That would be like sick, bro. Of course, if I had an opportunity and a chance to talk to real guys in like who are real native speakers of English, that would be even better. But that's kind of difficult. Actually I hope that YouTube is a great source and it's a great tool to get some attention from people basically. And this video could be watched by people all over the world because it's recorded in English, and that means that actually all I gotta do is keep posting that consistently. Keep posting my shit talking in English, my yapping in English. Not shit talking. Probably shit talking. It has a negative connotation. Chatting, yapping. That's all I do here. Of course, like subconsciously, I just randomly talk about what's important for me. Like inevitably, it happens because randomly, if I force myself to speak about like random things, I will inevitably end up speaking about what's important for me, because what's the point of speaking about what's not interesting, right? Yeah, that's it. I like how my brain got used to the language right now. I feel like I'm speaking it a little bit more confident than it was in the beginning after me just switching it from French. But yeah, of course I've got a long way to go, but I'm recording already, even though I say to myself like I'm shit in English, because the more I learn the English, the more I have got to know in the future. Basically, the more I know, the less I know in English, and that's actually kind of true. But anyway, I'm recording. I'm just speaking kind of continuously without significant pauses and like something like errors, something like that, for 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes, and that's kind of achievement anyway. That shows that I anyway, like, even my level is like not bad, not good enough to be like super fluent, very fluent, but at least it shows that I have some decent comprehension, like skill. Basically, I'm skilled enough to be speaking for you. Even like for some people, it may seem like pretty low quality, like low effort. It's certainly not low effort, because I'm like struggling. My brain is working at its best capacity right now, and I like to challenge my brain this way. So yeah, brother, that's it. Thank you for watching. I think I'm gonna stop here because I've got a lot of things to do with my life. I gotta basically take out my out of shit myself. No, it doesn't work like that. Unfuck yourself. I heard that phrase on YouTube, because I gotta literally put myself out of the shithole and do something with my life and achieve success, make more YouTube videos, learn languages, and that's a really good thing, like speaking to you, making YouTube videos, developing my YouTube channel. But also I have my real life, my real struggles. I gotta make money to survive, basically. I don't know what to do with my life. I know what to do. Like, I want to be a successful polyglot, language learner, YouTuber, entrepreneur, influencer. I want to build an aesthetic physique, even though I'm 21 right now. Like, it seems like very, very distant goal for me. Maybe when I will be 25, after 4 years of consistent training, I'm already training consistently in the gym, I will be closer, significantly closer to this goal. The most important for me is to make muscle, and even though I gain some fat because I eat shit food pretty often, but I gotta I gotta not I fuck I must not commit myself to cut. I must not cut. I gotta keep bulking because I've gotta keep making muscle, and only then when I get bigger, when I get significantly more muscle mass in my shoulder, my chest, and my arms, my back, my neck, and all of that attractive muscles, when I build a V-taper, then I will commit to a cut and cut down the fat, and relatively when I will be like 25, 26, 27, I will be in a good shape. That's my plan, how it works for me right now, at least. So yeah. And I also actually there is an infinite amount of things that I can talk about with you, but we will save it to the next episodes. I hope you I hope you appreciate my efforts, because it's not easy for me to talk to you in English, but I really want to do that, bro. I really want to be heard. And if you enjoy this video, if you like my personality, maybe something like that, you can like this video and you can share it with your friends, and hopefully I can motivate. I have some troubles with pronunciation, the word motivation. Motivation. This kind of difference in accents. Hopefully I'm going to motivate you to maybe learn a new language if you are learning it, because I have already achieved a significant amount of progress in my English journey, and certainly I have lots of ways to improve my English, and I realize it, and I admit it. And I'm really bad at English, but for some people I'm really good in English. Certainly, for my surroundings, almost nobody in here in Russia, in Yekaterinburg, he can speak English as well as I can do that. So that's kind of sick for me. That's motivating. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'm a little bit hungry right now. I'm gonna go eat something, and then I will post this video firstly in French and then in English, and then I gotta make a little video in Russian for my work related purposes. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.